All right, so Shane here, everybody, daily-astrocat.com, and today is Friday. It's the 14th of November. So what do we got going on? Well, it's Friday and the moon's in bloody Virgo still, right? Jeez Louise. Yesterday felt really strange, right? But it's strange because after yesterday, we're going to see a few agreeable aspects today, so it's not going to feel quite so alien as it was yesterday with the sudden awakenings and stuff like that. It was a very practical day. It was a day to get some paperwork details done and to really get out there and address some of the things that had to be addressed. Now, today, the investigator that was filling out the paperwork hands it off to the mystic as we look to shatter the limits of the physical world and transcend time and space. In a matter of speaking. All right. Mercury is still retrograde, in case you're wondering, okay? Yeah, I did something really bad. Yep. So, look, my food tonight will be something that I put together last night. Because when I got everything all together and I put it in the oven, I set the timer and I turned the oven off. So 2 hours later, I'm expecting something to be done, and it's not even anywhere near. The oven's cold. So, retrograde, can't figure out how to use a timer. All right, so, and that was because I was just too concerned with what I was going to do next, which was make cookies for a chili cook-off today. Why would you make cookies for a chili cook-off? Well, because I don't spend that much time at the office anymore. So I don't have the time to put something together and bring in there, hook up, and nurse it all morning. That's not what I do now. So instead, I made chili cookies. Now, they're not made with beans. They are actually just a chocolate chip cookie with some additional chili powder, some arbol chilies, some cayenne pepper, a little bit of cinnamon, and some Mexican chocolate mixed in just for fun, right? Yeah, they got a little distinctive burn to them. It's kind of cool too because it's not really on the mouth, but it's more in the belly. So it's almost like those functional drinks that are immunities like boosts or the cleanses, right? The cayenne pepper cleanse that some folks may do. Cayenne and lemon. What is it? Cayenne, lemon, honey. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah. So look. Got that going on, right? Mercury retrograde. Why not? That's what I do, right? Now, okay, so that's yesterday. What's today? Today we're in a better frame of mind because psychic stuff is kind of off the charts, and there's a reason for that. It's already been happening to us, but maybe now you're going to start paying attention, okay? So today's keyword is going to definitely be that foreshadowing. And the color is blanched cabbage leaves. Now, you've been onto something this entire time, and now you're just finding out what it's going to be all about, okay? 2 days ago, I set off to clean in the kitchen. Got the oven cleaned, got the stove cleaned, got everything done, got the wall behind the stove done, all right? Now, all of a sudden, I get a text from my daughter saying, hey, the place where we've been spending Thanksgiving for the last couple of years is actually full because there's new family members. It was my in-laws, her in-laws, but, they're right down the street here, so we would always gather there. But this year, there's no room at that house. So what do? We're going to do it here, okay? My son was like, yeah, his girlfriend's coming in and my ex-wife and me and my wife. So that should be a very interesting time. Everybody gets along, and so there's no cause for alarm. It's actually going to be good, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so, what else? That was something that I was instinctively doing. Carrie was instinctively saving bread for stuffing, of all things, right? Not that we even eat that much meat or anything like that, but it was like, Okay, but now with this happening, now that makes a lot of sense, right? If we do the traditional thing, which we will do, all right, because I flex. I flex. We have a new oven, so I'm kind of interested in using that, okay? So, look, and are any of you experiencing anything similar to this? Put it in the comments, okay? The challenge is invigorating, and it's something I'm looking forward to. Maybe it's just because, masochism, or perhaps it could be that just sun sign Aries just loves that kind of a challenge, right? Now, I'm looking forward to it. What are you looking forward to, okay? All right, so hopefully some of my 3D things straighten out, okay? And I feel like they will in a timely fashion because it's happening. It's happening right now. See how I use that feel word? Feel, okay? Instinctively, I told you things are going to get worse before they get better because that's the way it always is, right? We needed to purge some of the old attachments and get ready to go on and now we need to get ready to go on the offensive in some areas that are going to serve us. It's the week before the holidays, so don't waste any time, okay? You got to go pedal to metal, full bore, okay? And look beyond the limitations. That's right. Look beyond them. Use what is at your disposal to surpass what is expected of you. You can do this. Okay, now something that fascinates me is just inventions and stuff like that, when things happen, right? So in 1896, the power plant at Niagara Falls begins operation. Now, kind of interesting, right? Because it's like, okay, water power at Niagara Falls. Not necessarily. There was earlier attempts to produce power with the cataract there and the drop and there's just to try to produce power there. This is the first time it was done on scale, okay? It was done by a company that was formed specifically for the purpose and utilizing designs from Nikola Tesla. Westinghouse company is the one that put the generators together and put the motors together and all that stuff using those patents and then they had another engineer that improved them, right? A person by the name of Lemmy, and he actually has several medals that are awarded in scholarships and stuff like that because he's chief engineer at Westinghouse from 1903, perhaps, maybe 1905. Never know. That 1905 keeps on popping up everywhere, right? It's an interesting date, but yeah, probably 1903. So it's one of those big things that you don't really think of it, but it is. It's kind of a cool deal. Now it provided power for Buffalo. Okay, so that's an interesting thing. Now, the next thing is in 1805, and that's not 1905, that's 1805, Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel, okay? It's the sister of Felix Mendelssohn. German composer, she was a composer in her own right, and a pianist, by all accounts, an excellent pianist. Born in Hamburg in the Holy Roman Empire, and she died in 1847. And that is a musical end to what is daily-astrocat.com. Let's recap, shall we? Today, the keyword is foreshadowing, and the color is blanched cabbage leaves. I appreciate and love every single one of you. I thank you so much for everything you do. Like, follow, subscribe, listen to the podcast if you can't really get on any of the social media platforms where you usually see me. The podcast is always there every day. So, what do we got for you? Today is a 5. Happy astrocatting.